This one. You remind me strongly of this man I know. In fact, you resemble him more than the actual person himself. A strange way to phrase it, my dear. But you are correct in a sense. Sometimes impressions are more real to the perceiver than in the object itself. No matter the case, I have to admit that I am curious about what exactly you think of the person. Well, my love, are you going to tell me about the mysterious man that I so resemble? Outwardly, he's polite and charming, but I don't like him any better than I like you. He's not exactly in a good spot in your book, is he? But if he is polite and charming, why do you not like him? Let me take a wild guess. Is it because he seems to be more aware of your situation than your comfort zone allows? After all, that is the primary reason why you don't like me. Damn. Damn, he knows. Inventory. I don't know what any of this means, but okay. Sleep. Let's go back and talk to him. Mr. I can promise you that I've never met him, and as much as you don't trust me, I can guarantee that I don't lie. Okay, what about... Just how much do you know about me? How much do I know about you? Not much, but I do know that your mother was a Cinderella, and that you yourself are currently in a situation that direly requires a prince to save you. And if you would allow me, I will gladly fulfill that role. Talk. Judging from your facial expression, I see that you are in a terrible mood. What irks you, my love? Who exactly? Whatever you need me to be, my love. I'm sorry about what I said before, my love. I didn't mean to push you so. Makes me sick. Well, at least you're still willing to talk to me. The way you looked at me last time, I thought you would never open your mouth in front of me again. Talk. Roses for your smile, my dear. Thank you, I guess. You're welcome. Damn. Talk. Thanks for nothing. Sleep. 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 We're back at it. Stats. 270. Okay, well, talk. To be honest, I thought you would pout for a longer period of time. What made you change your mind so fast? No, not that one. That's true enough, but to be honest, I don't mind hearing you scream at me. That means that you're starting to put me on your mind. Okay. Have you run into the contacts with the nightmare creature by any chance? Yes, but as long as I hide and stay quiet, they seem to pass me by. An excellent way to avoid detection. However, some of them might not be easy to fool. I suggest you take this with you just in case. Okay. Thanks. Say, my dear, if I told you that I could take you out of this mansion, what would you do? What? I think it was the first time I saw so much light in your eyes. I am glad that I finally caught your interest. Talk. He said last time that he knew a way out of the mansion. How should I ask him about it? You're not going to tell me how to get out, are you? Okay, no, okay, that's... I could, but you sure that you're prepared for what you're going to see? Hell yeah, man. Show me what you got. What do you mean? Leaving your haven. Are you sure that you're truly prepared enough to do that? Here you are the mistress of the mansion, where you will remain safe as long as you don't wander around. But outside of your reverie, there are things terrifying enough to drive you past the brink of insanity. I was gonna say that, sanity. So I must say that I'm slightly concerned of your ability to handle yourself in less than a pretty nightmare. I have been taking care of myself since I was old enough to start earning a wage, and I assure you that I had my fair share of unpleasant encounters. Now I suggest you hurry up and prove to me that you're not a baseless liar. As you wish, my dear. When the Duke grabbed my hand and flourished his cape around me like a magician, I was not impressed. Staying in the bizarre place had raised my expectations, and I really doubted if anything else in this place could cause me to lose my cool. But then... Where have you brought me to? Your real home, of course. Liar! Answer me! Where have you brought me to? But my dear, I'm not lying. This is your home. Take a good look at these women over there. True, they may be a little off color, but there is no doubt that they are your mother. And don't those hands look suspiciously like the hands of the debtors asking for money? Stop trying to fool yourself, my love. This is your reality. And deep down, you know that every word I just said is true. Oh, wow. And he protected you. I stood there numbly as I watched the Duke mercilessly slaughter everything that tried to touch me. It was a dirty, repetitive business, and there was blood everywhere. When he was done, he calmly walked back to me, smiled, and said, "You do not need to fret, my dear, for I have told you that I can take care of anything. And if you give me your heart, I promise that your world will cease to be frightening." At his charming grin and soothing words, I could only remain silent, for it was during that time that I had fully acknowledged the extent of his abilities and the depth of my error. The Duke was not a liar, for men like him do not need to lie. The fuck? Sleep. So, do I just keep talking to him? How's my stats with him? Over 300. Okay. I guess I'll keep chatting with him. What's with the frozen expression, my dear? If you're still bothered with what you saw last time, I'm willing to offer my consultation for free. No, talk. No, it's you that I'm afraid of. But you have nothing to fear from me, for what do I have to gain from harming you? As you know, I'm only an ordinary man after a fair lady's heart. But why? You know, we haven't had a pleasant chat in a long time. We should talk about something light for a change. What is your favorite food? Asuka. What is yours? Rice. It's an important staple food for all Japanese people as well as most of Asia. And although it lacks any flavor by itself, it goes well with almost any other food. Quite versatile, don't you think? Let's continue with the same stipple of topics as last time. What is your favorite beverages? Stop asking me those random questions. They are pointless and we both know it. I wouldn't say they are pointless, for they serve a lesson the tense atmosphere that has been surrounding us ever since our unfortunate rendezvous. Talk. If you don't want to have a pleasant chat about your personal preference, then what do you want to talk about, my dear? Explain why you're always smiling. Did you know that smiling requires less muscles than frowning? The way I see it, it is the most beneficial and productive expression to wear. But I suppose I can relax a little around you if you would so prefer. Well, how do I look without a smile? Forget it. Look even creepier without your smile. Which is exactly the reason why I wear a smile all the time. Talk. Why do you want my heart? I laid eyes on you. Thought to myself, that's an interesting girl. Decided that I wanted your heart and started to act on it. There's no deep or complicated reason other than my desire. Huh. How am I going to give you my heart if I don't even like you? Oh, for the past few days, I have done nothing but humoring you, presenting you with presents, talking, taking you dancing, and trying to figure out your preference. It is rather harsh to say that I am not sincere. Talk. You are sincere with your efforts, but you're not sincere with your feelings. I will admit that feelings are a nice fluffy luxury to have when you can afford it, but they fluctuate too wildly in worth, and the return rates often don't match up with their investments. As a businessman, I prefer to associate with things that are a bit more stable in value. You, a practical and mature girl, should know the logic behind the reasoning be better than anyone. We need to go sleep and talk to the boy. He says the same thing. Okay. Sleep. Let's go back. Talk. You're trying to buy me. It's not comfortable to be treated as merchandise. If you don't want to be bought, then how do you want to be treated? Loft promise of undying love? Empty plans of an improbable future? If you only want those things, then I am more than happy to oblige. However, I thought a more substantial approach to courtship would be a more to your taste. Talk. Lately, we have been frequently the topic of value. Tell me, my dear, what is your most valuable possession? What is yours? My intellect and body. After all the things I have are the products of those two factors. Have to choose one? Then let me rephrase the answer. My most valuable thing is my health in general. Talk. Here you go, my dear. Another apology present, is it? No, it's something much more important. You were right in the fact that I have been too careless in my past attempts, so I've decided to make a serious proposal this time. Please give me your heart, my dear, and if you would let me, I promise that I will take you away and care for you as long as you desire. Damn, this guy is relentless. I like it, but it's relentless. And here we go again. Have you made your decision, my dear? Don't pressure me. Okay. Okay, take me out. As you wish. Oh, he's gonna take me somewhere else. We're gonna go on a date. Yeah! A while later. Huh. This is surprisingly a serene place. Why didn't you take me here last time? Because this place doesn't always exist. One day it might be here and the other day it might not. Today just happens to be a lucky day where we manage to catch it before it disappears. How very convenient. How very convenient indeed. But as much as I enjoyed the sound of your voice, I more eagerly anticipate your answer to my long-standing offer. So what is it to be, my dear? What the? Okay, so agree to give him your heart or stab him. Fuck it. She just accepted it. What a badass bitch. Asuka. This is my school infirmary, and I'm wearing my regular school clothes. Does that mean that I'm back in my own world now? Did you see Akamaya's Asuka's face? It's as pale as a sheet. You don't think she actually dead, don't you? Don't be ridiculous. The school nurse told us that she's just fainted. I think she said it was due to exhaustion or something like that. That's a relief. Still, I wonder why none of her friends have come to visit her. She seems to be the type that would be popular. Well, I can't deny that she's rather popular with the guys who dig the cold and aloof type, but Akiyama doesn't have any friends. Every time when someone tries to invite her to hang out, she always declines. I guess she thinks she's too good for us or something. I'm sure she's just shy about her feelings. Huh, shy with her feelings? You should see how she shot down the that's second year 2 months ago. I don't have time or money to waste. Were her exact words. It really irks me how she acts all holier than thou when she can't even afford to pay our tuition. Eh? Really? You must be joking. You don't believe me? It's true. I once overheard the teacher said that she goes to the school on a scholarship, but since her grades are failing, they're debating whether to kick her out or not. My girlfriend also told me that she saw Asuka in a BMW with an older man. She probably sells herself out after class to pay for extra expenses or something. But I guess that's understandable. Everyone knows that Asuka doesn't have a father and that her mother is an invalid who can't work. The money has to come from somewhere. I'm awake, you know. Ooh, you guys look funky. Oh my god, did you hear all that? Yes, and to be honest, I have heard worse. So you two don't need to look like a pair of elementary students caught reading porn. Thanks for taking me here, but if you'll excuse me, I should be going back to class. God damn. Oh man, I shouldn't have stabbed him. After school that day. Oh, I feel bad. I know these conditions are difficult in your house and you need to work, but do try to focus more on your schoolwork. After all, you're a second year and it's important for you to start considering university options. You should consider quitting one of your part-time jobs and focus on your studies instead. If your financial situation is really that desperate, I could postpone the tuition due date for you if you so require. Thank you. I will think about it. Don't push yourself too hard, Akiyama. Minamoto. You know, Asuka, you should just quit your job and become my lover. It'll make things easier, don't you think? I really hope you were joking, Mr. Minamoto. I'm a high school student, not a prostitute. I suggest you go 2 streets down to look for that kind of service. I'm also sure the ring on your finger doesn't approve. And you didn't even bat an eye. It's impossible to rile you up, is it? But I wasn't joking about my offer. If you are uncomfortable with your minor position, I'm willing to wait a few years for you to grow older. I'm willing to pay for the 4 years of university tuition along with any other expenses you may require during that time. That should save you considerably amount of time and energy, should it? And you don't know my lovely wife as well as I do. As long as her credit card doesn't freeze, she could care less who I'm sleeping with. You're a terrible person, Mr. Minamoto. I can't deny that. Still, regardless of how despicable I am, think about my offer. I promise you'll be worth the time. Here's my business card. I've written my private number on there. Call me when you have made your decision. She ripped it up. As I watched the pieces of Mr. Minamoto's business card fly away to the sky, I would be living if I said that I did not feel a bit of regret. After all, I would be lying. I was throwing up the most obvious method of improving my life into the sky. However unconventional Mr. Minamoto may seem, he was literally the prince that had presented himself before me, and I am someone desperately in need of saving. But at the same time, by allowing him to save me, I would also have to give up my last shred of self-worth and pride, the only valuable thing that I possess in my impoverished state. As devoid in practical value those things may be, without them, I would just be a pretty doll, empty and hollow, with nothing but a pretty face. Just like my poor mother. So no matter how lucrative Mr. Minamoto's deal is, no matter how grey and dismal the future may seem, I will have to push on my own by myself. For freedom or happiness dependent on the will of others is not freedom or happiness at all. And I would rather have the real deal than the efforts of my own than fall for some pretty illusion. Asuka's eyes changing Asuka. But before that happens, I will have to be very careful. Aww, what the fuck? I feel kind of bad. The Duke's insomnia, and he actually liked us, didn't he? Cheat codes. I don't know what that tells. Okay, so let me write this down because I need that. Okay, that's corrupt you with candy. Okay, cool. I would love to, like, get cavities, man. Another shit I have to deal with. That's the cutest one. She's holding again. She's like, I will shoot you. Okay, so let's see if we can get his other ending. So we can, like, move on to the other guy, which is, like, the white-haired one. Long-haired, white-haired. But in no. That's all we got. Okay. Skip intro. Alright. Boom, boom. Boom. Talk. Oh, wait, no, bye. Next page. Okay, so the cheat code is gonna be corrupt. My recording keeps stopping and going because, like, my recording... Okay, we're here. Let's see. Okay, so we're here. Okay. Okay, agreed to give him your heart. You know what? I'm tired of this struggling and figuring things out. If you can really take care of my problems for the rest of my life, you can have my worthless heart to your soul's content. It's not like it's worth anything to me anyways. Splendid. I knew he was literally gonna pull it out. Like, that's what I knew. This is something I knew. It was a literal thing. My, you look quite distraught with your mouth opening and closing like a dead fish. I suggest you stop struggling, for as long as I own your heart, you are nothing more than my doll, and dolls don't need to have a voice of their own, do they? But don't worry, even if you can't move or speak, I am a man of my word. I will take care of you as long as you live. Oh, don't give me that look, my dear. You did agree to this, didn't you? Though I must say, I'm slightly disappointed. I thought your heart will be more valuable and difficult to obtain. You could have given a more entertaining resistance, you know? It also makes me sad that you gave up so easily. But enough talk. Why don't we go back? We can have tea and I will show you the rest of my collection. My pretty little Asuka. Damn, okay. So here's my thing. How many endings did we just get? We got 2 endings for this guy. So 2 endings for the pedal bear. Okay. Skip. Hey, boy. I know. Okay. Here. Stats 0, 0. And it wants me to go for that one, this guy now, right? How many endings? 3 nightmares, 3 insomnia endings, and 1 true ending. The insomnia endings are 8. Okay. The insomnia requires from the blue-haired boy. His things cost HP, so remember to save up to. What's the true ending? Okay. Well, thanks you guys. We just finished that one guy's route. That was interesting. Okay. Well, there's nothing much I can say. It's just a very different kind of, very odd sim date. Get it? Because it's the title of the game. Anyways, I'm gonna let myself out. Anyways, bye you guys. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in my next video and my next live stream. Till next time. Bye. Johnny.